How's it going, YouTube, and welcome to another D&D PCHS video. We are here with Hunter High Times.
Whoop whoop, fam.
This is episode 1 for the City of Red. Our current one-shot in the Underdark. Our only campaign to ever take place in the Underdark so far. So, first off, we'll start with the Force and Destiny dice points. Rolling 2 light side. So 4 light side points. So in case you guys haven't been around for our light side dark side point system, a light side point is an advantage players can use, and a dark side point is a disadvantage the GM can give to players. So we'll get Hunter High Times here to introduce his character one last time here as well. I am playing Jamaica, the Hexblood Ranger, level 7. I got my pet, the Displacer Beast, Jamaica Jr. And yeah, I'm playing a Witcher.
I am who? The Elffolk champion fighter.
And this guy right there. Beginning game perception, please.
Great.
So, as your character walks along, he comes to a stop as he sees a decently built stone and wooden tavern that reads the Boar Hat Inn.
Oh my god. I go in.
Alright.
I roll perception. Which I need to see what my perception is at. 4. 10.
So, you see a decent amount of elves and about 4 different species sitting inside.
Would it be insight to recognize the species?
Yep.
19.
Alright, so you recognize all but one.
Okay.
You see an Aarakocra, you see a Halfling, as well as seeing what appears to be a half Furbolg, half orc kind of thing.
Oh god. Oh god, I'm just imagining that.
And then, of course, the creature that you can't recognize.
I'm gonna go talk to the
He is
creature I
sitting
can't
with
recognize.
a Displacer Beast
I'm gonna
that
talk
you
to
clearly
the creature.
recognize.
I will go talk to the guy I can't recognize.
As you get closer to the Displacer Beast starts growling at you. I need you to roll a discipline.
Okay.
So, a wisdom check of 16 or higher, please.
It's an 11.
So,
Saving or regular?
saving.
11.
So, you basically start to feel like you're on LSD.
Wow.
as you basically see us go from here to here.
Whoa, where'd you go?
What do you have?
Can I try and roll a saving throw? Again?
Yeah. It just increases by 2.
By 2?
Yeah. That was an even worse roll than the first one.
I'm tripping balls. Good buddy, what's happening to me?
He raises his hand and prompts you to sit in front of him.
I go sit.
As you fall on the floor, he just starts clapping. Because you were hallucinating, right? Made you think you moved over there. It then stops as you slowly regain your senses in about 2 minutes.
I'm like, what happened?
He gestures for you to sit again.
Is that gonna happen again?
He shakes his head.
What does he shake it?
Huh?
What does he shake his head?
He shakes his head.
Yes or no?
He shakes his head.
Does he shake it or nod it?
He shakes it.
So, no, alright. I walk over. I sit down. I say, you're the only person in this place I don't recognize.
Not many people know my kind.
What is your kind exactly?
I'd rather not disclose. You can call me a man for hire.
You say, well, I don't have gold, but I'm a fighter wanting to go on adventures and could use a traveling companion to make some money. Maybe we could work as a team for hire.
Quite possibly.
I say, I can offer you...
I heard this kingdom has quite the amount of jobs available for high pay.
Yes, I say, I'm a champion, you see, so...
A champion.
Good at fighting.
Well, you'd be happy to know I'm a gladiator of some sorts, I guess you can say. Because people say we all need a title.
Yeah.
So I guess that'd be my title.
I say, so you were a gladiator, but you never made it a champion.
Never tried. Wasn't really a gladiator either. I just picked up the title because some people said that I needed a title if I was gonna make it around here as a wanderer, you know? Wouldn't believe that I'm just wandering for the sake of wandering, I guess, you know?
I guess.
So, man, getting the work I get, may as well just go by the name of Gladiator, right?
Fair enough. I say, you got any work right now, or notice anybody in here that catches your eye to try to get some work from?
He lifts his jug of ale, takes a couple glugs, puts it down. He's like, I haven't started looking. However, on the way in, I heard of a great mission. Well, I guess I should say quest that's been talking about by these civilians here.
I say a quest. What would be the pay?
No pay that I'm aware of so far. I know it's a big reward, though. Just don't know the right people to talk to yet.
I say, well, we should try to figure that out. I'd be down to do it. I'm quite strong.
It's what I'm doing myself. I'm waiting currently for my contact to arrive.
I say, you got a contact. I say, you mind if I order an ale and sit with you?
I suppose.
As I gesture over a waiter to bring me a beer. Or a waitress, whatever. And how much would I pay? 1 gold, I would get how much silver?
1 gold, you would get 42 silver.
Jesus. Okay. As I drink my ale, kind of make pleasant chit-chat with him.
Charisma, senor? Or are you going to actually talk?
I'm just gonna... I'll talk. I say, so what's your story exactly? Where do you come from?
Where do you come from? Where do you go?
I
Well, I can't quite disclose that.
I say, you seem awfully secretive.
Indeed. I've learned over the years to more or less keep to myself.
Well, listen, I know you just met me, but I can promise you this, I'm a guy you can trust.
Are you, though? You look to be a knight. Question being, why are you traveling?
Okay. The story there. How about this? I'll tell you
As he points to your, the sigil from the armor, kind of thing, you know?
I say, listen, I'll tell you a bit about myself if you'll tell me a bit about yourself after.
I'll see.
So, I was a knight of the order, and then a mysterious man paid me quite a bit of gold to steal the king's sword and deliver it to him. I never got as far as delivering the sword. I got the sword, but I was exiled before they could hear my story or anything. Before they gave me death, they decided to banish me. So now I travel seeking revenge on the man that told me to steal the king's sword. He offered me 7,000 gold, you see. I had a family. Do you know how much gold I could do, or how much good for my family I could do with that gold? I could buy land, food for months, crops, livestock, whatever I need. I'd never have to worry again. There's not much money being on a fighter champion knight. Not much indeed.
I see.
I meant no harm. I meant to do well for my family and thought I was sneaky enough, but was just shy.
Sounds like a troubling past. I've had a troubling past of my own.
I say, well, I disclosed mine. You want to give me a little bit of insight?
Janus.
Who's Janus?
Janus was my magical necrotic sword, forged with an ember stone.
I say, and what happened with it?
Well, I was a great warrior for my kind, and then our kind went extinct after the mind flayers attacked. Unfortunately, I'm the only survivor that I'm aware of. Over the years, I fell into a depression, gambled all my stuff away, and at final, I gambled away my sword and my armor. 5 years later, I restarted as this person. Picked up these short swords, picked up this armor, this bag here, and found this displacer beast. He saved my life from an owlbear, so I owe him my life.
I say, so you must have a strong animal bond with him.
Indeed. He's shown me that there's more to life than living with your own kind, if there's nothing left.
I say, well, then I don't know any other of my kind, really.
I am on a personal quest to track down my sword.
I say I can help you with that, but maybe in the longer run.
It's been a long time. I've been to many cities. Have yet to find it in any museum, any auctioneer, anywhere.
I see.
Not even any great warriors in some armies that I've offered my sources to.
I see. Well, there is always hope, I hope. But I don't know much of my own kind, and I'm kind of looking for my own family after mine was murdered by the king, or I can assume for what I did, or being held captive.
I see. What exactly did you steal the sword for?
7,000 gold to provide for my family.
And where did the sword end up? You mentioned you got away with the sword. You didn't mention quite what you did with the sword.
I have the sword. It has a special engraving on it. It's probably worth quite a bit. It's a long sword of sorts.
What sword does that have?
Was I supposed to name it?
Well, how would you have?
Well, just because I have a long sword. I just decided one of the long swords I got. It goes with the backstory. I got it in the making. I thought I could work it in.
Well, you should have said that.
I didn't buff it or anything.
Alright, then name it that sword of.
Okay. And I guess I have to pick a king I stole it from, don't
I? Yep. Well, it's your king, I thought, wasn't it?
I guess, yeah.
The Owl Folks king?
Yeah.
Dum 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 dum. In case you're wondering, we are on Toro right now. In case you haven't got that.
I have the Owl King's long sword here. It's probably worth much gold, but I don't want to sell it yet. I was exiled for it. I might as well keep it.
I see. Well, let us cheers to a
friendship?
Shaky alliance, I should say.
Why do you say shaky?
Don't quite know you.
I say, fair enough.
Don't know if you'd truly stand toe-to-toe when death truly comes our way.
I say, fair enough. To a shaky alliance. And as I smash my glass against his, down on the table and pound it back. You know, like a ting, boom, boom.
After another hour and a half of just socializing and drinking
do
and
I
eating.
Charisma?
Indeed.
And how much do I have to spend? 15.
Well, what are you buying?
Well, I'll buy a few more ale. Like, how long? An hour and a half, you said? You said an hour and a half?
Yeah.
My charisma was a 17, by the way, because I had 15 plus 2.
Alright.
I'll have 3 ale in the hour and a half.
Alright, so that costs 6 silver.
Also, I'll have a steak or something.
Alright, that'll cost you...
10?
We'll say 12.
Okay.
Because it's a steak.
Yeah.
We all know how steaks be.
Okay. Do I have to take a con check for those 3 ale?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Con check of -3.
So plus 2. 7, 8, 9. So I'm just under tipsy. Or just under drunk, you know?
Yeah. So, as you see a figure in a light brown cloak sit down, the figure then puts their hand on the table, puts a piece of leather on the table that's rolled up and tied with a string, and then puts his hand back down.
Do you grab it or do I? He's your contact, I'm assuming. I say, do you know this guy?
I read the paper. As I pick up the paper, he walks away. I read the paper and tell you that we'll be heading out in 5 minutes to make sure to pay your final tab.
So I pay everything as I've just been paying it through.
Yeah.
You know? I say, you want to down one more ale?
I'm okay.
Okay. Good point. If I get drunk, I get aggressive.
As we walk out and we start walking for about 10 minutes, we reach the destination that piece of leather told us to go to.
Okay.
Roll a perception, Hef.
Sorry. Rolling perception, you said?
Yeah.
That's a 9. Yeah, 9.
It appears to look like a kind of Japanese dojo.
I say, this looks,
Not that your character would know what Japanese dojo is,
but like a fighting arena.
And yeah, what?
I say, are we
Not
at
an
a
arena.
arena?
No,
Fighting
it looks like a dojo.
Studio? Like, what is this?
I have no idea.
I said, do we go in?
It's where the thing said to go.
I guess
So I
we
would
go
assume
in.
so.
I said, who's going first? Rock, paper, scissors?
We'll let the knight go first.
It's always the knight first.
Well, hey, knights are on the front line.
As I put one hand on my long sword and my other one on my hand axe and get ready, you know?
Yeah.
And I walk in very subtly. I guess.
How is that going to work? Yeah, you're going to need a hand available to open the door.
I know.
Fuck.
I knock on the door.
You get nothing from the door.
I open the door with one hand, and one hand still on my long sword.
I need you to roll a dexterity, or I guess a strength saving throw of 16.
Exactly 16.
All right.
8 plus 8, if you're wondering.
So you get pulled into the doorway, but not knocked prone. As you feel your weapons and your armor just drop off, and you hear me get pulled in, and you hear my stuff drop off as well, as you hear it get picked up, and you hear the sound of what sounds to be like a knapsack going over your head. As you get tied, bound, gagged with the knapsack, and thrown in a trolley full
Did
of
we
hay.
just get kidnapped? Did you just get... I'm looking over. I'm like, hey, weird guy.
You can't talk if you're gagged.
Oh, yeah. I'm like,
They hit you on the head. They give you like a little...
hey.
They're like, shut up! In like a language you don't quite understand, you know?
Fuck that thing.
It's like a ugacha! Ugacha! As after about, you presume, 30 to an hour of travel, you get untied, sat down, with your hands tied in front of you, and they take off the knapsacks as you guys are sat in front of a perception check.
Oh, God. That's an 8.
So, you see a feast! A magnificent feast! And you see elves sitting at the table.
Am I still
But you
gagged?
only see 4 elves.
Am I still gagged?
No.
I say, what is the meaning of this?
As the elf at the head table waves her arm, or her hand, they cut the ropes from our hands.
I stretch my arms.
She's like, please, dig in, help yourself.
I said, I'm not eating anything until you tell me what's going on here. It could be poisoned for all I know. You did just kidnap us.
I'm a queen. I would not poison such individuals.
I say, very well, as I eat.
Now, you are travelers in my kingdom, yes?
With a mouth full of food, I'm like, yes.
Well, I'd be pleased to hear that you've been selected.
Selected for what?
You have the mark of banishment,
I said,
and
how do
he
you
has
know
the
that?
mark of lonesome.
I said, how do you know that? Nobody except anybody from my home kingdom and this gentleman knows I've been banished.
I know much about the owls. I may not know much about his kind, but I do know much about him ever since he's left his kind's land. However, I'd much like to send him back to his land, as well as you to his land, and a few others on a quest. This is a quest of high stature, and that I, as a queen, don't understand why I would trust upon to wanderers such as you folks.
And what would be the pay/reward for this quest?
Name something.
You pause it. The longest 2 strong swords a human, creature, demon, whatever could possess.
Well, I can't quite do that. However, I can offer you this, as she waves her hand, as this, what looks to be a dwarf servant girl comes out, carrying a wooden, like a wooden plank with 2 standing pieces, something laying across, and a cover over it. As she walks it over to you.
I rolled insight to see if I know what it is.
Yep.
I guess I would have to take the cover off, right?
Yep.
I say, Your Highness, permission to remove the cover.
Of course.
I gently remove the cover and roll perception or insight.
Perception.
That's a 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So, Hef, You see yourself this in front of you.
Can I roll insight to see what it is and what I know about it?
Yep.
That's 14.
You know nothing about it. However, you do know that it is an ancient kind of sword style built.
I say, what is this? It looks very
As we
old.
would say, it's an Egyptian kind of sword.
I say, it looks very old and brittle.
It's definitely not brittle, but certainly old. That is what you call the Khopesh of the Vulture. The Khopesh of the Vulture.
Can I roll a history to see if I've heard of it?
You haven't heard of it, remember? You just rolled the insight.
Well, wouldn't history be different now that I know the name? Because maybe I just didn't recognize it.
I will say no, because it's not in a culture the owls would be
Okay.
It would be aware.
I say, what does that mean to me?
Well, it is an ancient sword from a man, a traveler like you, who once donned the name Exile. He came to my land, fought for me in a shield wall. However, in the time of the Celestials, during the fight to redeem the Hell's Gates and the Abyssal's Gates and keep those 3 doors open, we did indeed lose him. So in that I have kept this weapon to only be bestowed upon somebody who is worthy, as he requested me.
I say, so I would be granted this as payment if I succeed.
Indeed.
I say, and what about my traveling companion?
He will be compensated as well, of course. As another hobbit servant comes out, I remove the thing, and it reveals this.
What is that?
The elf queen is like, this is the prismatic parrying dagger.
Huh.
It is a sword of his kind. However lost his kind is, they do leave relics along these worlds and realms. It doesn't mean us elves don't collect things that we do find. After all, detect magic is a thing.
I say, yes.
As well as
it
scavengers.
is. I say,
Now, question being, will you two accept my offer?
I'm going to quickly use one of my spell slots to use detect magic. Because I have 1 first level spell slot.
Yep.
And check both weapons. Can I do that on both, or can I
Only on one.
I'm gonna do it on mine.
Yep.
That's an 8 plus 5. So 13.
It's magical.
And so what kind of magic does the sword possess?
Magic. It's a necrotic weapon.
I say, interesting. Not many of those around.
Indeed not. Indeed not.
I say, I could offer you a trade. I don't quite have a magic weapon, I don't think. But I do have a weapon very valuable to my people.
I see.
I have the Owl King's longsword.
You stole the Owl King's longsword.
I could trade you instead of doing this mission. And on retrieval of the mission, you return my sword and I keep this one.
I'm okay.
Do I not
Definite.
even get a persuasion?
No.
Okay.
Too high of a bargain.
I say, well, what land are we going to?
I can only disclose upon acceptance.
I look over, I lean in and I say, I'm in, you in?
I nod my head.
I say, let's go.
She's like, finish eating and meet me in the throne room.
I finish eating. And
There we will introduce you to your fellow compadres.
I finish eating and I go to the throne room. Oh, fuck, Panda, are you using your phone cord right now?
Yep.
What's your phone at?
84.
Can you spare it for a little bit to charge my babe?
I'm only using this one for my phones.
Okay.
Because they're the last one, you know?
Why?
As you walk in, you see the queen and the 3 other elves, as well as an Aarakocra, a Minotaur, and what is your other character?
A Razorback.
A Razorback Turtle.
Am I playing 2 characters now?
See.
Oh god, okay.
As we walk in, she's like, welcome, welcome. As the door closes, and you hear the sound of thump, thump, thump.
I said, what's that sound?
Just the door being barricaded shut.
What? Why? Are you taking us prisoner? You kidnap here, take us armor, and then keep us prisoner?
Of course not.
When will we get our armor back, by the way, and our weapons?
You already have it back.
What? Oh, I look on. When did it get back on me?
Very magical, yes?
I'm not going to question. I know magic is quite a thing. I say, who are these gentlemen?
These are your team.
I say, my team.
Boulder the Minotaur, Baldwin, Arkansas, the Aarakocra,
and Ramon the Razorback. I say, just because, I guess I'm going to have to talk to myself, aren't I?
Yep.
I say, Ramon looks a little dead. How old is he?
It's a turtle. They always look wrinkly.
No, like, oh yes, you didn't see. He looks like dead, not wrinkly, like I mean resurrected.
Not a clue. Now you can see why he was selected for this.
I say, very well. I say, so where are we going anyway?
Well, I have of course offered you each a value prize of your payment for your skill here. So I do request that you come back successful, if anything. I am sending you to the Rageless Loft to retrieve an artifact that was stolen from me many years ago.
I said, what does the artifact look like? And how will we know when we found it?
The artifact is a ring. And it is on a certain somebody in that plane that I need you to remove it from.
I said, do you have any information on this certain somebody? Or any more information on the ring? You know, I bet there's a lot of people wearing rings around there.
The ring is the ring of life. In the realm of the Underdark, the ring of life can do wonders, as you can imagine, in a realm where it does not quite belong.
Eternal life.
Indeed.
I say, so if indeed this ring is on somebody in this what is it? Underdark. And they would immediately get eternal life, correct?
No.
How would they Okay, so we could have a chance of killing him and removing the ring.
Of course.
I say, and if he somehow gets immortal life, what's our best bet to get that ring off?
That's up to you to figure that out.
I say, okay.
After all, I am hiring you.
One more question. Just one more. When all's said and done, how the fuck do we get back?
When you're done, you'll find your own way back.
I say, lady, this seems very suspicious. But we already accepted it. As a knight, I can't go back on a duty I've accepted by a queen. I am for now your servant, as I bow.
As a queen, believe me, I give you my word, you have a way back. You will just have to find the way back. Now that you guys have accepted, let us move on. As she raises her hand like this, pinky, middle finger, and thumb in the air, as the three elves glow red, green, and blue. As they start
about to explode, I say.
As she starts to chant in Elvish, they start to immerse in a neon color of blue, green, and red. As they all explode and turn into what appears to be a colored neon gas orb flying around. As they hit the wall, turning into a gate, forming a triangle. As a bright flash of neon colors blinds everybody temporarily. And a Vex portal is created.
A Vex portal?
It's the best way to symbolize it. A triangle Vex portal.
So, I say, we go through that?
Indeed.
I say, are those elves okay?
Those elves have sacrificed themselves to create the doorway.
You mean they're dead?
Indeed. They're not dead, but their beings are dead, but their souls are alive in this gate.
So we just find the way to get back.
Indeed. You just have to find where the gate lies in the Underdark to get back.
I say, very well. I say, who's going first? And it's not the knight this time.
It's the knight.
The knight walks forward. As I go through the portal, then Razor or Ramon goes through the portal.
As everybody walks through the portal, and you reach the other side, the portal closes instantly behind you all.
And I roll perception. Right?
That's up to you.
That's a 7.
Well, it is currently a red sky. There is dead trees, brittle and dry to the bone. Deadfall from miles, as you can see. There appears to be a few miscellaneous creatures moving in the distance. Nothing that you can make out what it would be. And you hear the strange sounds of coming from behind and in the trees.
I say, hey, she said this was your homeworld, right?
Not my home world,
Where
but
you came from?
the realm I came from,
I say,
indeed.
what's that clicking?
That I have no idea. I wasn't from, certainly not from this part.
Huh. I say, you know how we'll find this ring of life? I say, do you know how we would find the ring of life?
Well, I'm assuming it's in whatever big city is here, being the Rageless Loft, like we were told. Question being, what direction should we be going to get there?
I say, I'm not sure.
We didn't quite happen to think of asking for direction.
No.
Perhaps.
I'm assuming it's gotta be straight from where the portal opened.
We could just walk straight. It would make more sense, I would suppose. You would think they'd send us in the right direction, huh?
Wouldn't make sense to open the portal and have us walk the opposite way as the portal opened.
Balder pipes up. He's like, you know what? I frankly agree. We should just go straight.
Ramon then pipes up going, listen, I'm good with anything. If you guys think going straight's the best idea, I'm ready. As Ramon starts walking his 25 feet, I'm like, just give me a moment to get ahead. Then you guys can catch up.
As everybody starts walking.
And I'm just going to choose the ability right now just to be fancy. I'm going to spread my wings and just kind of fly off the ground, trying to get an upper look on what I can see. So I'm going to fly, I don't know, 20 feet up. Could I do that? Because I can walk 30 feet?
Yep.
Okay. So I fly up with a 13. I'm assuming it would be Dex.
Yep.
So 16.
Alright.
And then I roll Perception.
You get an advantage due to the clear area, other than rocks and stuff.
Okay, then that's 29. Because I crit it.
Well...
Can you see the crit? Or do you want...
I can see it now, yeah. Well, let's just say you see 17 creatures around us. In a ambush scenario. Slowly moving closer.
I fly down 10 feet, so I'm within earshot. I'm like, guys, alright, can I fly down to the ground? We just take a turn, right? Or a turn and a half. No, half, yeah, because I'm at 30 feet now. Or that would have been a turn, right? The perception was a turn. Okay, so I fly back to the ground, I'm like, guys, there's about 17 creatures in ambush position ahead of us.
Lovely. As I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
On who?
You.
My
Both.
owl? Oh, okay. So dex is 3. Crit.
Alright, next.
I just gotta open them up. Four.
Ouch.
So he's hit.
So you take 10 damage from a spear that pops out of the ground as a creature covers himself from leaves and rubble, like the deadfall stuff, so, you know?
I'm assuming now it's initiative?
Nope.
Oh. My turn, though?
Nope. Oh. As everybody surrounds us, clearly we're outnumbered. Do we really want to fight?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. How strong do they look? I guess it's 17-4, probably bad odds.
Not counting the people that just sprouted from the ground.
Yeah.
You want to roll perception to see what they look like?
Yeah.
That would probably help.
16.
They look like this.
Oh, lovely.
As they're spewing some Habba Jabba in a what seems to be a non-hostile form, more of a calm yourself kind of stuff.
So I relax and just say, what do you want?
They point at your weapons and kind of like shoo them away with their weapons.
Like they want us to put our weapons down?
What do you think?
I say, do you speak Common, Dragonic, English? And I say it in all three tongues. Or Dragon... Hold on. Dragon, Demonic, and Common?
He tilts his head.
No. So he doesn't understand what I say. Hey, if you think you can speak to this guy, hey, you're from this realm.
Probably not. I don't speak Undercommon. Just common. As one starts to draw on the ground, roll perception, Hef.
17 plus 4 for 18, 19, 20, 21. Unnatural.
It's a picture of a box, and beside the box, it is an X and flames coming from the X.
I say, what does that mean? Tinderbox?
They point at it again with the spears that they drew it with.
I pull out a tinderbox from my bag.
They shake their head.
I put it back.
They point at it repetitively now.
I say, do you know what's going on here?
I think they want to take you somewhere.
I say, where do you want me to come with you? We walk? I go, we walk? As I make walking gestures.
Charisma.
That's a 10.
They proceed to start to push you forward and nudge you.
I say, okay, we walk. We walk.
As you start walking, you guys walk about 15 minutes. As you start to see what looks to be like a wall, a stone wall. But in that wall is literally a colony. They've built a house and an entire neighborhood kind of thing in that wall.
Oh my. This looks unnormal to me.
As you all go in and they bring you to their kind of like community hut, they sit you down and they bring you this blue chunky orange soup.
I'm not hungry.
They persist to give it to you and put it in front of you. Happy 420.
What? I guess I eat it.
Alright. Constitution.
I drink poison.
Nope.
Alcohol?
Nope.
Shrooms?
Nope.
17 plus Constitution of 5, so over.
I need the total senior.
Okay, so 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Jeez.
And then do I have Ramon as well?
Yep.
Assuming, because he's going to drink it. 16, so 25, 22, because he has 7 instead of 8. That's one higher. What? Oh, no, 7 instead of 5, so it would be 24.
Alright. So, essentially, your pupils turn the size of your eyeballs.
Oh, no.
As you start to feel the pain of 1,000 deaths. As your pupils dilate and you regain yourself. You are now mentally scarred by that pain. As they prompt you to get up and leave the building.
Oh. I guess we leave.
They then walk you to the other side of the village, just outside of the other end of the wall. And they bring you to what looks to be a kind of like a timber barn, you know? Really dry built barn.
Okay.
As they bring you in there, roll perception.
Perception is, where are my fucking stats? Okay, so 15.
You see a whole bunch of limbs, bodies, bones, organs, everything of these species sitting there, all just decaying and rotting. As one of them proceeds to draw on the ground again. Roll perception.
I don't even want to know. 14.
They draw what looks to be a giant lizard.
Okay.
And they point at it with their spear. They point at you, and they X out the creature with the spear.
So
and they point at you again.
I say, you want me and these four to kill lizard. As I point.
They shake their head, yes.
I say, what? I say, we... How could I say... oh, fuck, you can't understand. I can't go like this. Payment? Reward?
They tilt their head.
I say...
Doesn't help none of us can speak any language this time with that spell, huh? Because I'm not playing that kind of magical class, so I didn't get that.
Yeah, neither am I.
I'm playing an offensive class instead of passive, for once.
I'm like...
Boulder pipes up, he's like, hey, it could be fun. After all, what's killing another big creature that we haven't already killed before?
So I guess it's for experience. Reggie says, I guess it's for experience.
The heck is experience?
Training.
Free food if it's not toxic, I suppose. But I think these people are gonna want it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll pay us something.
They're a pretty primitive looking species. And also from the Underdark. Not in a city. Do you think they have currency?
They gotta have something useful down here we could trade. There's gotta be a reason and something they're willing to pay us to kill this creature.
As they come out to us again, they prompt us to follow them again.
We follow them.
As they bring us to a small kind of box carved out of stone in this wall. As they open the stone sledge blocking the way, they point to the inside, trying to nudge you guys in there.
I say that's where the dragon is.
They shake their head.
I said, what's in there?
They try to nudge you in there again.
I guess I'll just go in.
As you go in, you see a very, very dim fire in there. As you see what looks to be like rock makeshift beds inside the room. And then a magnificently medium but deep hole. I can presume what that's for.
They're gonna kill us, aren't they?
No. That's your toilet.
Are we prisoners now?
Nope. But you're living in a wall with these people for now.
I thought we were gonna go kill a lizard.
You are. But they're prompting you to rest.
Oh.
After all, it's always nighttime here, so God knows what the real hours are right now. We really don't, do we?
Yeah.
The skies are always going to be dark red.
Yeah.
Hence the name of the city of Red.
Yeah. So I guess we go and rest. As the turtle, as Ramon just kind of curls up on his belly on the bed.
As everybody sleeps the night away, we wake up fresh and early in the night morning to being nudged by the creatures. Like,
Nice.
repetitively nudged.
I wake up, I say, what?
They repetitively are prompting you to come.
Okay, we go.
As they start to run out of the wall.
I guess we all run.
Athletics to keep up.
13 plus 5 for 18 for who? Ramon is doing... I just gotta check his athletic. That passes. Oh wow, Ramon has a lot of spells. Okay. 18 plus 8 for 26.
Alright, so as you guys run, They bring you to a big cave.
I say
By
lizard
cave,
in
I
there.
mean it's a gigantic kind of like mountain,
Yeah.
and there's like a cave the size of this house.
I say lizard in there.
They prompt their head
I say
as he goes like this, and three of the people run up with what appear to be war drums, and they start playing the war drums right into the opening of the cave.
oh god. Oh god.
Perception, Hef.
16 plus 4 for 21. 22. No,
And that
20.
was for who?
Who?
For who?
Who? Yeah, all folks.
Alright. So, who, being an owl, feels the slight vibrations on the ground,
Oh no.
getting stronger and stronger as the three of them just start booking it.
I say he's coming! Everybody get ready!
As out comes the creature, gulping all three of them into its mouth in one swift bite,
Oh god.
sliding across the ground 20 feet. Gets back up after swallowing them and lets out a ferocious, howling, starving roar.
I guess now it's initiative.
Indeed, as these villagers run away as some of their warriors do stay to try and help. But artificially are a primitive species, you know? So, initiative, Senior.
Alright, oh, who's first with a plus 8? For 23. And then Ramones with a plus 3. For 18, 19, 20, 20, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 23 and 21.
Alright. I got 28. And then my other guy got a 16 plus 16 plus 3 for 19, as well as nat 20 plus 9 for 29. Gosh damn. And then the enemy gets 7 plus 3 for a 20.
7 plus 3.
17, sorry.
Oh.
My bad. So, Baldwin, Arkansas gets to go first. The Aarakocra Artificer.
Okay.
In case you're wondering, this is what you are fighting.
God. What the fuck is that?
That is a basilisk. As the combat begins.
Who do I go after?
What was your total again?
23 and 26.
Okay, so it goes Baldwin, then it goes me, then it goes whatever got the 26, then the 23, then it goes this guy, and then these guys, and then the Minotaur.
Okay.
All right, so what's his name? Baldwin, Arkansas. Is basically going to throw a dart of death. Well, no, actually. He's going to fly overhead, and he's going to shoot the basilisk in the face with the Bloom 12 gauge. For a nat 14 for an already a success, regardless of what I roll. For an 18, for a hit.
His nat is 14?
Yep. You don't want to mess with him, do you?
Fuck.
As he shoots the 12 gauge Bloom shotgun for 9 plus So 1928. 38. 41. 47. 53.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. So 53 total. As he just flies up, just straight up. Dead.
It only had 53 health.
52 health. Dead by one shot. Terrifying. As the creature's face just explodes from acid energy, just deforming and melting as the creature collapses in smoke and green goop. As the villagers cheer and the warriors cheer and they start hugging everybody.
Did we get experience for that battle?
I think this guy's soloed it.
Fuck
I think
off.
he gets the solo presage.
No. No. Did we get experience?
No half.
Why?
Because that's not how this works.
How does it work?
The creatures then go up to the basilisk. They cut all the toes off. And they give us each a toe.
Why the fuck?
And they raise the toe in the air.
We raised the toe.
And they cheers the toes. And you eat the toe.
I don't eat the toe. Don't eat the toe.
You eat the toe.
I'm not eating the toe.
My character ate the toe.
Okay, I guess I'm eating the toe.
The eagle ate the toe because it's a bird.
I guess I'm an owl, so I eat the toe.
The minotaur reluctantly eats the toe.
The Ramon reluctantly eats the toe. But who's like a toe? I'm eating it.
Because it's a bird too?
Yeah.
Like the eagle?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. As they start to dismantle the carcass, basically, bringing it in portions, bones, and everything to back to the village, you know?
Yeah.
They bring us back to the main area that they brought us to, in that community area where we sat and had that stew.
Okay.
As they proceed to bring us, after about 30 minutes, stew with blue chunks instead of orange chunks.
I said I'm not.
As well as shreds of burgundy kind of red stuff that looks like a shredded carrot on top.
No. No.
As they sit down and cheers their bowl against yours and tilt it back and start drinking.
Do I need to make a constitution save?
Yes,
Both of them?
Yep.
12 plus 5 for 17.
Alright.
6 plus 7 for 13.
So your characters like the food.
Okay.
As you get the strong feeling that you can feel the emotions of the people around you. As one of these creatures walks up to you and he reaches one of his 4 hands out to you.
I grab his hand.
He then puts his other 3 hands around your one hand as he tightens the grip. He then starts to talk in Undercommon as he starts to bow his head up and down 3 times. And shake your hand.
I bow my head and shake his head.
He then opens a drawer, closes a drawer, and hands you something.
Okay, both people?
Huh?
Both or which one?
Your character. Not... So basically, you're playing as this one. Like
Okay.
the ones we just made, alright?
Okay.
The other ones are basically just our assets, kind of. Our team, you know?
Okay.
So a pre-built team, so I didn't have to waste time building a team.
Okay. I would roll perception.
Alright.
17 plus 4. So 18, 19, 20, 21.
So it appears to be a skull. But the skull has what looks to be engravings on the inside of it. He hands you the skull and he points at the engravings inside.
I'm assuming I can't read it.
Yes, you cannot read it.
Okay.
These folk cannot read it either.
Oh.
That's why he's giving it to you. Because he doesn't know what it is. But us being adventurers are clearly going to know what it is eventually, you know?
Okay. I put it in my bag.
He then walks up to me and he hands me what appears to be a ornamental dagger. Not like a weapon dagger, but like one of those, like, just a mini thing.
Chains.
Yeah, one of the things where you wrap around your neck kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I just put on like a stone dagger, a necklace kind of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like primitive stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like stuff only these people would have access to, you know?
Yeah.
So stones and bones, you know?
Yeah.
And a mysterious bone with engravings, pretty mysterious on its own.
I'm just finding a skull with mysterious engravings in my bag.
Yeah. And then I just put in my notes that I'm wearing a stone dagger necklace. At least that adds to our characters. Well, my character's appearance, your character's storyline. As they celebrate, we have a bonfire, sing, dance, cheer. As the guy that gave you the skull grabs your guy's hand and tries to pick him up and dance with him.
I guess I dance.
As you guys dance,
How scared do you think this guy would be if I just sprouted rings and started flying him up in the air quick?
no idea, Hef.
I'm gonna do it. Just sprout wings and just jump real quick. Like, not high, but just a little 2 feet off the air and spin him around.
Yeah. Charisma? I guess performance, actually. Oh, goodness. Oh, gosh. 7 plus.
It's a 9.
Well, let's say you can't quite pick him up. So your wings sprout, but you can't quite fly picking him up.
I guess I pulled him back.
As the night proceeds, we take a long rest, wake up, and they give us about 3 days of Underdark rations from this creature.
Okay.
So just put Underdark rations. And then 3, of course, you know? So altogether we have about 12 rations from the Underdark right now, you know?
12. Oh.
Altogether, right? But 3 each. What is wrong with your phone?
It's fucking falling.
Jesus.
I fucked up. Okay, I'm ready.
Alright. As we proud and loudly walk and trot our way forwards and onwards and away from this village, these guys wave and shout in Undercommon. Basically, we're assuming they're praising us and stuff.
Yeah.
And saying good luck. As we end this episode here, chat.
Oh.
So, how was episode 1?
I'm so confused.
Why are you
It's gonna be a very
confused?
hard campaign if we can't talk to these people.
Pretty confusing primitives, huh?
Yeah.
The natives. What'd you think of that one shot to the basilisk? That big ass motherfucker just got bloom blasted to the
I'm
face.
quite surprised we didn't get any experience.
You get experience at the end of the episodes.
Oh, so what do I get?
700 divided by our team. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 700 divided by 5.
So
140 XP each. What the heck was that?
my bomb, my
140 XP, boys.
for each character.
Yep.
Even the old one.
Yep. 140 XP, boys. Let's go. That's a decent chunk, though, hey?
Not really.
Sure it is.
I need 19,000.
I know we need a lot of XP to level up. Well,
And 11,000 on my other one. Well, we'll see you on the next one, chat.
if you enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on post bell notifications, and we'll see you on the next one, boys.
Peace.
Peace out.